What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, the Anime Slayer, back in on another video. And this video is called, as you saw, the Forbidden Fruit. And the Forbidden Fruit would be Crystal. If you don't know who Crystal is or remember her, remember from the video, me and the three W's, Clarissa Sapphire, my ex-wife, her mother, that's who the Forbidden Fruit is. And I will explain all of that later in the video. There is a scavenger hunt that is going to be included within this video. Now, as you listen to me tell my story about what I did with Crystal from the past, you all have to pay very close attention and listen to what I say, because periodically I'm going to stop and I'm going to mention 4 codes that's going to be related to a specific color. Your job is to find out what color those codes come from. There are going to be 4 codes that are going to be mentioned. If you define all 4 of those codes and you message me first before anyone else, you will win 10,000 credits. 2 people will win. That means each code is worth 2,500 credits. So watch the whole video, pay very close attention, and listen, because you could be the winner of 10,000 credits. Good luck. Crystal and I were like water and oil. We did not mix at all, but we still wanted to be together. First off, remember, that was my ex-wife's mother, and her and I had a child together. Her name was Angel. I'm going to explain that too a little bit further down the video, but let me just explain the compatibility for us. Both her and I were dominant, meaning that she wasn't taking no shit, I wasn't taking no shit. I was not submissive. She was a dominant and a submissive, but depending on how it would play out, she would sometimes be a little bit more dominant. Sometimes more than me, because she had her moments. But overall, we kept that understanding between each other. She was submissive, I was dominant, but we would always clash and butt heads at times. So, gonna bring it back a little bit further. When we had our first child, I did not know, and I'm pretty sure I explained this, but if I didn't, when we had our first child, our child was called Angel. Now, I did not know who Angel was. Did not know who Angel was, and she never told me, Crystal never told me that she was pregnant. She lied to me several times, and one day I asked her, back around maybe 2015, 2016, I asked her, who is this girl? Is she my daughter? And I said, well, she first said, no, she's not your daughter. I didn't have any kids, da 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 da. She just fed me the BS. And I said, okay, cool. Kept seeing this girl in the room, and I was like, who is your father? Who is your mother? She's like, my mother is this woman. And I was like, huh. And then I was like, who's your father? She's like, I don't know my father. My father is dead. Da 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool. Later down the line, something kept nagging on me. So I said, you know what? Let me find out who this person is. Like really. Pull to the side. I was like, yo, Crystal, be real with me. This girl, Angel, is she my daughter? And she said, yes, she is your daughter. And I was like, you've been lying to me for the past 3 to 5 months. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me she was my daughter? I honestly forgot what she said. But I was like, it's all good. Water under the bridge. I love my daughter. Now I love my daughter. At that time, I loved my daughter through thick and thin, no matter what. I still love her to this day because I know who she really is, and I know she's a cool person. She had her own little problems and trials and tribulations, but game wise, her name was Angel. And let me be very clear. Her and I butted heads. We butted heads like I like a tornado and fire. I know that makes no sense. Her and I always butt heads. We was always cursing at each other. I called her. I treated my daughter at that time, before I knew she was my daughter. So I'm gonna bring it back a little bit more. Before I knew she was my daughter, her and I always clashed. Remember that room I told you all about where Robin had her furries? Angel came in there. Angel and I always was clashing. I remember one time she came inside and I was like, oh, who's this girl? And then she said something smart. And I was like, bitch, I will slap the dog shit out of you and make you look like a fucking chihuahua. And then her and I literally started bickering in the room. Robin's pissed, trying to kick me out the room. I'm like, sit your old gray looker, wrinkled ass down and calm the fuck down and sit behind your computer screen and just relax. Chill out. It's between A and B. You can see your way out your own damn room. She got pissed, ended up kicking me out of the room. I still came back in because I know a lot of shit at the time, not which I'm not gonna explain, but that happened. Later down the line, found out, like I said, found out she was my daughter and things like that. And yeah, I ended up having sex with my daughter. Now, I had sex with her before. Again, it's like just jumbled all over the place. Her and I argued, we beefed. And the one time I pulled her into a room and I was like, yo, we gotta stop this beefing between you and me. You need to get effed and you need to stop. And then I forgot how it led to another, and we ended up just going at it and we did it. This, like I said, this is before I knew she was my daughter. And I know it's gonna sound all jumbled around, but just bear with me a little bit. Just to explain this formality. So we started, remember, as I said, we started arguing, we kept going back and forth for a good few while. Once everything was done, I literally then like pulled to the room, like I said, and then we ended up fucking. Now, even though we was fucking at that time, when she told her mother, I thought I was gonna lose my head, but she said it's cool. I'd rather it be our daughter than some other bitch. At the time, like I said, it was a very crucial, we was so fucked up at that time. We really didn't care, but we knew it was a game, but we didn't really look at it as a bad thing. It was a family and we kept it between us. We didn't tell the world, but again, different time, different me. So yes, I fucked my daughter and I fucked my wife at the time. Crystal and I was always married. Even if we're not together, we were still married. Fun fact, we're still married to this day. We've never got a full divorce. We just don't, we just like, not together. That's how some people just, marry but don't live together, but still married. Yeah, but that's how we are. We're still married, but she does what she does and I do what I do, but we just don't fuck with each other anymore. But that's for different reasons. But in that time frame, Crystal and I and our daughter Angel, we had threesomes. We did a lot of stuff, and I spent a lot of time with my daughter Angel at that time. That's just one little side effect story that I had to explain to y'all before I can move on. First code 80080. Crystal and I, our relationship was like fire and ice, heaven and hell, earth and outer space because it was always going up and down. It was to the point where she would do something and then I get mad, or I would do something and she would get mad, and then we would stop talking for a little bit. Now, when I say a little bit, I don't mean like a day or two. I'm talking like weeks going into months, into years. That's how we would do it. We would stop talking for like maybe the longest was like maybe a year. The shortest was like maybe 3 to 6 months. And we would just like go out, do what we do. And then one day I would find her, I would message her. And then after that, we would just start talking again, be all lovey dovey and things like that. Now, again, yes, I was having sex with my daughter and my wife at that time. Does not make it right. It is a game. Don't take offense to it. My daughter at that time was not a teenager. She was an adult. She was older than me. I was like maybe 18, 19, 20, within those three age ranges. And Angel at that time, she was like 27, but she was a freak and she was a dime piece. She looked gorgeous. I'm not throwing shade at Crystal. I am not saying that Crystal looked like a silverback gorilla. I'm not saying that she was ugly. I'm saying that she had a nice personality and she did not look anywhere near as smexy and bad as her Abby did. No one probably looks like their Abby, just to throw that out there. You see people who have the sexiest Abbies, and then you see people that be looking like, why you look like burnt toast? Why you look like chicken grease? Why you look like dog crap in real life? Not trying to throw shade to anyone. Again, I am not trying to throw shade to anyone. I'm just speaking facts because we all know usually people who make their Abby look a certain figure, look a certain way. That's what you want to look like in real life. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to pursue that, go to the gym, work out, take the steps to do it. Don't just make yourself look like that and stuff like that. Because then it's like if you boost yourself to be up like this in the game, and then somebody you send a picture of yourself in real life, and they say you look like doodoo, can't be mad at that. Again, not trying to throw shade, just want to steer y'all and tell y'all some real shit right there. Now, next code 4169E1. Crystal is one of those people that is very dangerous but very illuminous. She's like a succubus. That's why I kind of named this video The Forbidden Fruit, because we've all dated somebody or been with somebody that is like a succubus. A succubus is somebody that is like basically gives off a beautiful sex appeal that's fun, but at the same time is very draining. Her and I drained each other, but more so at times she would drain me, and I just distanced myself pretty much all the time. And so much that it became a habit, and I started doing this with everybody. Not just specifically talking about Crystal, but I did it with many other people. So basically, by me naming this video The Forbidden Fruit, she is the forbidden fruit. She's the fruit that basically God told me not to eat. And I knew that. After the very first time that her and I was together, I knew exactly what she was and what she was capable of, but I didn't care. She was like my ecstasy. She was my drug, and I was her drug, and we fed off of each other, and it was always back and forth. We, like I said and explained, we were together on and off so often. We like to this very day, my status says not married. It says I'm single. It says I'm divorced. Honest to God, her and I are not divorced. I've never gotten a divorce with her. With Crystal, Crystal and I are still married to this day. We've never got a divorce. We got into an argument a couple of months ago. Stopped talking to her. I unblocked her on Skype, but I haven't friended her or unblocked her via IMVU. But I sent her a gift. Never responded to her. Just sent her a gift, and that was it. Because in my heart, it's like no matter how much I'm gonna be mad at you, you're always gonna be my friend. I'm always gonna love you. I'm always gonna have love for you as a person. But we can't I can't. That vibe we had, it's pretty much gone. But yeah, I'm not gonna drag this video out with like any more stories, because again, it's 2019 and all this stuff happened about 4 or 5 years ago. So it's kind of hard to fully recall everything that I've done. I can kind of remember them in bits and pieces, like fragments, which is kind of odd and awkward, but at the same time, I just try to make things a little bit entertaining for y'all, because I'm pretty sure that within, let's say, the last couple of months or even a few years of y'all playing this game, y'all probably notice some things and think or wonder, can anybody relate? Can anybody relate? I can tell you this right now, I probably can relate to more than half of the stories or half of the things that have happened to everybody on this game, more than you know. I got stories that I can vaguely remember for days, and I got stuff that I've done recently where if I told y'all would look at me different. Can't do that, but maybe one day. Third code 191970. But I want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. And, thank you all for getting this far with me. Trust me, I know it's not hard or it's not easy doing all of this, because I try to make my videos as fun and interactive between doing giveaways and things like that. I try to keep it where everybody can, have or feel like they're playing a part in it. And you all do play a massive, huge part in everything that I do. So I want to thank you all again for listening. Please remember, like, comment, share. Please subscribe. Keep your post notifications on so you can be updated when there is any new video. And without further ado, I will be reading you the last code, which I'm pretty sure you are all very eager to hear, because I'm pretty sure one of y'all is about to be like, whenever he drops it, hand him up with this message. Please remember to send me a message to IMVU. 2 people will be able to win 10,000 credits. If you don't have it, if you are not chosen, it's okay. It's only going to 2 people. So, yeah. Good luck to everybody. And for the final code, we have 4B0082. Take care, everyone. See you in the next video.